Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. Well. Fantastic result. That's all that matters. Result is all that matters in the end. And as Andy says, I'm going to read all your comments, guys. We got lucky, but we got away with it. Fantastic results. 13 points clear, 20 wins. Amazing squad and manager. Absolutely. Archie's woo! That was some game. Andy says, we got lucky. Pep hit the wrong team and it nearly cost us. Aguero was like a statue all game and it was the wrong game to introduce him and drop Jesus, in my opinion. I said before the game, I'm not comfortable starting Aguero. You're starting Aguero and KDB, who I say should not be starting the game. They should be on the bench. Partly because they've come back from injury, partly doing so well, partly because they don't really fit into the system that City have been playing. KDB's long balls, when we played the last 8 or 10 games with short passes, getting into the box, and players are not getting into the game, like Gundogan. Not in the game for me. I hardly noticed him for about an hour. Gundogan making runs, no passes. Cancelo picks him up. Cancelo makes that. Guys, I'm just going to put myself in a broad, just in case this goes down. I've got a spare computer going. If KDB, Cancelo puts the ball in for Gundogan, he sees those moves. We were lucky. We were lucky today because for me, I think we should have had either Foden or Sterling, one of those two, and Bernardo or Cancelo, one of those two. There were 2 players short. Playing Walker there, no creativity. Playing Fernandinho, he weren't great for me. Some good stuff, some poor chasing, too tired. Torres, a very weak game for me. A couple of bits of brilliance. Torres in a full City side, Torres would fit and he'd be all right. But in this City side, with KDB underperforming, with Aguero underperforming, he doesn't. You can carry him, okay? He's got to be brilliant on his own, and it showed that he was lacking. I'm not saying he's not good enough. Saying is he needs better. He needs a better performance around him. He can't do it all on his own. Let's turn this down just a little bit. You can see my Mahrez shirt, my blue mug that my missus bought me. Just in your comments, guys. Get going. Monomela Morkesi, how you doing, buddy? Do we really need Messi if he comes? Won't Bernardo get better? Not necessarily. Today, for me, Messi plays either instead of Gabriel Jesus or instead of Mahrez. That's how I see it. And the problem we'll have is too many good players. Will be Fate. I can't even remember the words. Sabo, Pirlo got us the win. Very bad performance. KDB was bad. He was really poor. Forwards didn't do anything for it, and defense were the only bright side to the game. Absolutely. Look, West Ham could have scored goals right at the death. They missed a very good, presentable opportunity. Cameron says I was nervous. Happy for the win. Absolutely, we roll on. Hey, you wouldn't get it. City lose this game. He was the only one who was great today, apart from the goal. His defense. Stones was brilliant. And he's going unnoticed. I said, if you look where the mistakes are in recent games, it's been Laporte and a little bit of even Diaz. I mean, it's a bit harsh to say the own goal against West Brom was Diaz's fault. Because they hit him. The penalty goal, that was Diaz's fault. You'll notice that very, very few mistakes from John Stones. Okay, Adam says great win, absolutely. I'll try and keep up, guys. Passing was atrocious, says Hassan. Too slow, gave a ball away. KDB gave the ball away too much. Always don't move properly. Don't choose to beat their men, says Hassan. We didn't have the players. Who are the players on the City side who you think regularly can beat their men? Foden, Cancelo, Sterling, Bernardo, and little bit of. I mean, Mahrez frustrated me in the respect that very early on, Ben Johnson got himself a yellow card. Nice play from Mahrez, got him a yellow card. And so many times Mahrez could have been 1-on-1 against him. Take him on every time, because if the kid makes a mistake, he's scared. He's scared to make a mistake and make a tackle and get sent off. And actually, when Mahrez did it late on, he got past him because the guy's scared to make that tackle. He's in the penalty area. He'd give a penalty away. He'd get sent off at second yellow card. The kid is liable to make a mistake, you should be pushing him to get himself sent off. Or what he did there, he let Mahrez go, and Mahrez put the ball in, and John Stones tucked it away, slammed it home, guys. Hi, Faris. Really disappointed with the KDB's performance. Very popular. But what did I say? What did I say before the game? What I've been saying for the last few days? I'm not a rocket scientist, but I've been saying, KDB, don't start him because you're messing up with the side. Now, what Pepe's doing is, you watch that game, most of that game, until, you could argue, until Foden came on and Jesus came on. Does this remind you of anything? Does it remind you of last season? Does it remind you of when we were struggling earlier on this season? It reminds me, because we changed too many players. This is one of the worst, if not the worst, problems. Absolutely atrocious. You want to get it too? Hey, he's not been anywhere near the level he should be. And I said it last season, even though he won Player of the Season. I said he puts in moments of magic. That's not good. His cross, was it a moment of magic? It was a good cross. Okay, it wasn't an incredible cross. It was a really good cross and decent from yes. But when they scored, I think it was Lingard got the ball. The ball was passed to Lingard. KDB was there. He could have fouled him. He got turned by Lingard, and I think it was Lingard. And then whoever it was put the ball out wide. Then that player legged it into the box. What did KDB did? He didn't bother. He didn't bother going into the box. Okay, the ball didn't come to him. KDB didn't bother. I'm sorry, that's not team play. I'm sorry, KDB had to get there. Torres was busting the gut to get back, but KDB didn't bother. Mahrez was pretty bad till his assist, says Harge. He didn't do a lot. His best bit first half, I think, was getting Ben Johnson booked. Hassan says, started playing better when Gundogan was further up the pitch predictably. Hi, Harry. Nice big game, absolutely. Aguero, KDB. Oh, what was that, Faris? Aguero, KDB, Torres, Fernando, Mahrez up until the assist. Well, actually, in my notes, what did I say? Okay, too many players who haven't been playing many games. Too many players started this game. That includes Torres, Aguero, KDB, Fernandinho. Haven't been playing that many games. Hey, Faris, you got Stones and Diaz. Lucky boy. I don't expect Stones and Diaz to play both games, but hey, they got you the goal. I had Cancelo. No. Aguero came in atrocious. Hassan. Thing is, he had a couple of good moments, Hassan. Two or three good moments, but he's not Phil Foden or Sterling on the left. He's not. He doesn't give us that, that short, slick passing and moving. He needs some games. Let's not there. He needs game time. Aguero needs game time. You don't chuck them all in the same game. You don't. And I don't care if Pep says we didn't have, we had the game a few days ago. You changed too many players who were going to slow us down. KDB gave the ball away more than 15 times, was counting, and then lost count. Yeah, he's just too. Stones and everyone was bad except for John Stones. Even DS was off today. I've said John Stones, he's the man. No one will believe it. The first goal was on Diaz for poor man marking and Torres not tracking back. I wouldn't blame Torres just like that, Faris, who gave the ball away. Aguero gave the ball away in the middle of the pack. Torres was where he should be, out way down the pitch. Aguero gives it away. Torres did bust a gut to get back, but he was never going to get back. So I wouldn't put too much on him. It's just that you see him running back, but he's miles away. But look where his starting position was. He was never going to get there. Aguero gave a cheap ball away, and then the game just disappeared. That goal came. This is why Jesus is kind of he tracks back to give us an extra defensive option, says Prithvi. I thought Walker was decent, says Haj. People do mistakes at all. Forrest, that's the truth. See, what I don't do is blow smoke up players' backsides like a lot of City fans. I had have an argument. Other person was about the cost of Cancelo. Anyway, the point is, she said to me, "No wonder you're hated by someone don't like you." They don't like me. I tell you why. I haven't done this on yet. People don't like me because I tell them how it is. If you're racist, I'll call you out. Okay? If you're sexist, I'll call you out. Yeah? So if you're xenophobic, I'll call you out. If you're homophobic, you get blocked. So these people don't like that. They like there's a big crowd of them. And you've seen it this week with the way they've had a go at overseas fans. The way they now, if you might have seen last weekend, the Delhi Supporters Club put out some videos, and I knew that was going to cause some aggro. I knew there was going to be some people who weren't going to be happy about it. Okay, and that the Delhi Supporters Club are doing this, and they'll say, "Oh, they're embarrassing us and all this and that." Those people who are saying that are the same kind of people who embarrass us at grounds. So they have to pop at them for not going, because obviously they're from India. Hardly ever go to games, and these people say, "Oh, we're from Manchester, we're local," and all that. Some of them don't like me because I tell them how it is. I blocked a lot of them. I blocked loads of people because, as I said, racist, Islamophobic, and all sorts of, intolerance. I don't like that. Or if you're abusing people, I don't like that. Okay, you can make, for me, there's a line. I'm not going to be. I'm not likely to be your friend, and the people who go around doing all this, they've still got loads of mates, and that's one of the problems. These people, they don't like that. They don't like honesty. They've got a deluded, and they don't like when I call them deluded. They've got this deluded opinion, and they don't like when I said Laporte wasn't as good as people were saying. No, you're crazy. How you City fan and all this, but it's true. Laporte isn't as good as people think. Diaz makes mistakes, but no one says anything. That on goal, I'm not going to say that's a massive mistake. It can happen, but it wasn't Stones. That's all I'll say. It wasn't Stones. If that's Otamendi, he's getting criticised. Absolutely, Faris. If it was Otamendi, he'd get absolutely pulled to pieces. Mara was decent. Should do more. I think he needs to do more. I don't think he was decent. I don't think he offered enough. Look, he got that assist, but he's got to be doing more. Stone's finish was great. It was superb. Can it be looking at some Stones? Gundogan was belly. Seriously, don't like his pushback. Yeah, I said it. I said as soon as KDB comes back, Gundogan just dissolves. He disappears. Yeah, Gundo dissolves. I like that. When KDB plays, and right now, I would rather have Gundogan doing what he's doing. Diaz was, you wouldn't get it, no question about it. We need to stick with that, what works, and stop messing about with the lineup. It's not going to happen, Hassan. Clear reminder of the initial games of the season. Pretty Stones moving like Prime Aguero. Oh, look, yeah, Aguero never moved like that. We didn't have the work rate. Aguero slow. Yeah, absolutely, Haj. I sent out a tweet and I said in the second half, all he wants him really wants this. Ronaldo-esque header by Ruben. What a ball by KDB with his. It was a good. People are going to blow it up out of all proportions. It was incredible. It was a very good cross. I said it before. KDB plays well because of individual play, not because of team play. I said it last season. Said it the season before. I said it many times. KDB is not playing at a consistently high level. We've said it, Faris. I'm not going to say you haven't said it. We've said it. He doesn't play at a consistently high level. He has moments of magic. And look, in seasons gone by, when you have 4 or 6 moments of magic in a game, create 3 goals and score 1, then people are going to say, wow, KDB's amazing. And that's what you remember. You remember those moments of magic. From this game, what do you remember from KDB? You remember the cross? Anything else? Any other moments of magic from this game? What's amazing about John Stones is that he plays well regardless who he plays with and the pressure he has every game. And he handled it like a boss. Absolutely. Not getting game time doesn't make players like Torres and KDB to forget the basics. I get Aguero situation, and Aguero didn't get the service as well. I don't judge. He didn't run enough for me. As soon as Jesus is on, running like crazy. He's too lazy to give the ball away, doesn't press, refuses to beat his man, needs to do more. I think that's Mahrez you're talking about. People say Aguero needs 4 or 5 games to get going. Hi, Zohaib, hope you're well. John Stones in the DS there. I said it all the time. People don't agree. People are still saying Diaz has made Stones. Diaz hasn't made Stones. John Stones. At the club at the moment, we need a new. You shouldn't get him. People need to realize guys who just came back. Yeah, started minutes in the last game, and that's it. He's not a starter for me. He didn't offer enough. He should have come on 10 minutes at the end. Apart from Stones, there was no real standout, says Haj. I'd rather not compare Diaz and Stones. They're both incredible, says Ahmed. I want to see the same energy Stones was getting when he was getting scapegoat. The fans, look, you know what a lot of fans are. They're fickle, and they don't like this either when I criticise them. Well, so many criticised Gundogan. So many criticised John Stones, Otamendi. They criticise them, and you'll see me here time and time again saying Otamendi played 35 out of 38 games in the Centurion season. 35 out of 38. He was our main defender. We let in, if I'm correct, 23 league goals that season. And Otamendi was a massive part of what he did. But people slate him and say he was never good enough. He's not good enough. Behave. You need the right players around you as well. He can't do it on his own. You can't do it on your own. Gundogan should have got arrested. And also, I think I would have much rather had Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. You'd have seen a different game. If we had Gundogan and Bernardo Silva playing today, we would have seen a different, intricate little passes. KDB can do some, but he's looking for that killer ball. And these guys are just looking to need to play Bernardo in the midfield and play with Gundogan at a false nine until it'll get him more involved while KDB's in the side. That's an option, Kieran. That's an option. People say this and Laporte that. Absolutely. I missed that. Laporte this and Laporte. No, enough of that. Give Stones. Look, the thing is, people are still saying that Laporte is better than Stones, and Stones is only doing it because he has a good partnership with Diaz. No, we saw when Laporte came in to play with Diaz in the cup, he was on the wrong side, and this guy is off. I wouldn't mind keeping it. For me, should coming off the bench, and I agree, Hardy. I wouldn't play KDB. I'd go back to our tried and tested. What's been doing so well? Bring those players back. Start with Jesus. Start with Foden. Start with Sterling. Start with Bernardo Silva. Start with Cancelo. Players. Bang. You'll see the energy. You'll see that change. Start with Rodri as well, because he's been working well. Start with those 6 players. Maybe I can't remember. There's a 7th I said you can throw in, but start with at least those 6, and you'll see us play a different game. And I think those players are going to come in on Tuesday. We'll play a different game. Then I think our game against United is on the Sunday. So I said we just got to be relentless. Got to keep winning. We got the win. Major. Jesus is actually so much better than his critics. He does much more than strikers in the world, and we have to back him. In this game, I saw a lack of press with Jesus. The thing is, I've always said if Jesus and Aguero could combine, Jesus had Aguero's finishing, and then we'd have some player. Aguero was all right for his first start in like 4 months, but he did very little, Ikram. That's why I said I didn't want him to start, because I didn't think he'd do a lot. He never does a lot when in his first few games back. And that's why I wanted Gabriel Jesus. I wanted the energy. In fact, I'd asked for Torres to go up down the middle. I wanted Torres down the middle, Sterling or Foden on the left, Mahrez on the right, no problem. But I wanted Torres down the middle. I didn't want Aguero to start. And then I think we'd have seen some difference. We'd have seen with Sterling or Foden on the left, we'd have seen a major difference. I would rest Gundogan, drop Torres maybe, but I'm not sure about the rest. Faris, personally, for my fantasy, I don't want to risk Gundogan. I don't think he's going to, now that KDB's back, actually I think it's time to drop him from your team. Maybe put in Edison, simply because KDB's, it's a hard thing to say. He's holding Gundogan back. We've seen what Gundogan can do. In that formidable season, when we won 14 games on the banks at the end of the season, KDB was out. No, Fernandinho was out, sorry. Okay. Actually, KDB had missed, only played about 15 games that season, I think. Fernandinho was out for about 10 weeks. Gundogan came in, played the DM. We won those games to finish the season. KDB's out for a month. Gundogan is a revelation at playing attack. So he's more versatile, more skillful than I'll ever give him credit for. I've always said, give him space and time. He's a world-class player. I'm sure I said that many times. Sometimes I say almost world class, but I said he's a world class player. Give him space and time. David Silva, he makes his own space and time. Okay, Gundogan sometimes I felt needs a bit more time, and he's a world class player, world class passes. We've seen it. KDB's not there. Gundogan delivers. Sorry guys, but KDB and Aguero are not the stuffing out of our play in the current state. Poor game, absolutely. Paul Ref says Haj. Ottoman has been the best centre back after Company City has bought in the last 10 years. Says you wouldn't get it too. That's big claims there, mate. Ahmed, completely agree. Only Paul lets him down. All the other stuff like the off the ball work and link up plays great. I can't argue with that. Yeah, my VPN is on. Do you want me to turn it off? I'm back. Let's get just me on. I've got 3 me's on. Anyway, sorry about that. I forgot to turn my VPN off. Things like the chance he scored against Pep keeps saying he's young, he'll get better. We'll have to hope that happens. Sorry, guys. Let's go back. So let's try and keep up. I was so disappointed conceding the poor play before they scored second. Yeah, they could have scored 2 or 3, so let's be happy they only scored 1. Gabby and Foden have that crazy work rate and drive, but Gabby's finishing lets him die. I agree, Haj. Gundogan plays well with Sterling, Cancelo or Foden. Totally agree, Kamazat. And that's what I said. When KDB plays, Cancelo didn't play as well against Arsenal, I think it was. KDB plays, Gundogan doesn't play as well. It affects too many players, and it's tough to say. People that say Diaz made Stones aren't wrong to an extent, but then that part I don't like is that they take credit off Stones and it transfers to Diaz. But the thing is, Ahmed, how has Diaz made Stones? The same people like Henry Winter said it was Company making Stones. Well, no, sorry. When in the Centurion season, Company still made mistakes. Sorry, Stones still made mistakes. Tell me a mistake he's making. Hardly anything. Anything he's doing is minor now. Feels weird laying goals in, especially cheap ones, absolutely hard. Pep is resting some of the players we would have liked to have seen play. Probably affected our performance playing Aguero, KDB, etc. But we got the win. I don't mind. I understand we got the win. That's all that matters. And it was a tough team. But I still say it was a wrong setup. I don't believe Foden. I think, okay, out of Foden, Bernardo, Sterling and Cancelo, I think you could have played 2 of them. I don't think they were too tired. He's only 23. I'm sure Pep will bring him out the best of Jesus sooner or later. Jesus is better than, although he's terrible in front of. He works. Aguero was a passenger. Absolutely. I want him to stay for a long time. He does have a lot of attributes. Can you repeat what you said on Aguero? What would you do with him? Aguero, I said it before. Aguero is until the end of March. Aguero should be coming off the bench until the end of March. That's it, because he's not working hard enough. He's not working hard enough. And right now, you can see it. Okay? If you go on sentimentality, Aguero will keep on playing, and we'll go backwards. We've got to move on. Okay? And I think we will in the summer. But I will still keep Aguero to come off the bench to make that difference in a game where it's, where what we're doing is not working. But when you need a game when you need someone to work hard, that's Jesus. That was the toughest game in February, says Kingdom Assist. I hope that's the toughest game in March as well. The thing is, Mahrez doesn't offer enough energy. Him and Aguero playing together loses work rate only because Aguero came back. KDB is ruining the form of Gundo. I said it. No Sterling today, surprised. You talked about Jesus' composure. Don't forget his goal. Give us 100 points under a disgraceful amount of pressure. Oh yeah, last seconds. I was there at Southampton. You know, tell you what, guys. I'm going to blow my own trumpet. How many other fans were there? How many other fan channel people who run fan channels? How many were there? How many were there? People working on fan channels. How many were there for that Southampton goal? That game where Gabriel Jesus scored to get us that 100 points. How many were there? I'll suggest not many. Soon as he said it cuts off. Hey. KDB demanding more wages based on his importance in the team. I don't think he's going to get him out. Well, he doesn't deserve it. We can't expect Cancelo, Silva, Foden to play every game. Pep passes Aguero, Torres. I agree, Ikram. I agree he has to use them. But put Torres down the middle. Keep one of Sterling or Foden on the left. Put Torres down the middle. That would have been a totally different game because Torres would have done the work. He would have done the running around that Gabriel Jesus. So Torres would have done that. He's young, energetic, wants to play, wants to show what he can do, wants to show the manager that he needs to be picking him more often. He'd have done the work rate that Aguero was lacking him. Laporte doesn't have the football IQ Stones has. Just like how Stones performed when he was fit, no matter who he's playing with. So they're noticing that he's playing well because the DS is false. I agree you wouldn't get it. He's done it with Otto. Look, Stones did it with Otamendi. Are people going to turn around and say, I'm going to write this down. It's important. Stones did it with Otamendi. So if Stones can do it with Otamendi, yeah, are people trying to say Otamendi made Stones when they played together? Behave. Sorry, guys, it's my fault. I forgot to turn the VPN off because I was watching it on VPN. Hi, Brian. Not a great game. Hey, that's right, Grant. All that matters is those 3 lovely jubbly points. Gundogan's better playing alone. There is more goals in his play compared to KDB. Would rather have. Well, I said it. I said I would not have played KDB for the rest of February. I said it, and this is the reason. Gundogan, you've lost him. You know, he's just a bit part player. When KDB's not there, Gundogan was the main man. He was the main man. Another assist, can't argue with that. What's Ahmed said about John Stones? I know I missed it. I think Mahrez has another assist or goal in his last 3 starts. Not his best game, but would we have won it without him? No player in our team apart from him can pull off an assist like that. Ikram, I won't blow smoke up his backside. It was a good cross. It wasn't a world-beating cross. It was a very good cross. If KDB hadn't played and Bernardo Silva had been there, you can't. No one knows. Okay, but I think you'd have seen a different dynamic in our team if Bernardo Silva was there instead of KDB, because that frees Gundogan up. That frees Gundogan up to do his stuff. These are players that have to start in big games. Joao Cancelo, Jesus, Gundogan, The Wall, Rodri, Sterling, Silva, Foden, and of course Eddie. Yeah, I saw Gundogan make one really good run into the box. Excuse me, no one passing the ball. I think if Cancelo's there, Cancelo sees those moves, those runs, he passes the ball. It's just disappointing. It is disappointing that you got such a wonderful player like KDB and you're turning around and saying he's having a negative impact. He's having positive impacts now and again, but overall, the team's not the same. I agree. I don't want no points for Sterling. Well, king of assists. I don't know why you had Sterling in, but hey, I got nothing for Cancelo. Torres is a long way ahead of him. Oh yeah, Torres. But for me, don't put Torres out wide on the left while you're putting Aguero in midfield, KDB in. We had too many changes. I still think if we had, if you want to play Torres, you've got to have players around him that will help him a lot. Okay, that's where Gundogan comes in. That's where Gabriel Jesus comes in. That's where Zinchenko comes in. And I just think, KDB spoils that. Cancelo left back and Walker right back? No chance. I've said it several times. Cancelo at right back, Zinchenko at left back. We end up playing with Cancelo in the midfield anyway. Okay. That's why I can't remember which game it was. Was it, a few games ago was it Liverpool when I said play Walker at right back and Cancelo in midfield. So we can do that. I mean, I've said look out for us. We are looking for a new left back, and look at the geezer Mendes, I think his name is, from Benfica. He's Benfica. Oh no, Sporting Lisbon. We just had a Champions League game midweek. Can understand why the team is not its best. No, the thing is, King of Assists. I understand when you had a Champions League game, we made too many changes. Was it 7 players that I would play in the next game? We're not playing today. That's an issue for me. With too many changes and too many players who haven't played recently. KDB, he's played one start in the last 5 weeks. Torres hasn't started since before Christmas, I think. Aguero, he played 10 minutes in the last game. Okay. Walker hasn't played too many. Fernandinho hasn't played too many. So we were playing players who hadn't played too many games. And as I said, if you had Foden or Sterling on one side, Bernardo and Cancelo on the other, that team would have been, I wouldn't have had any problems with that. Would have been so much different. You'd love Gay at City. I'm sure you would. Once Haaland and Messi come next season, hopefully these poor patches will be a thing of the past. Absolutely. Look, the more good players you get, the harder it is for the players there to keep in the side. And the only way to do it is keep putting in the performances. Ahmed said, I actually don't mind Cancelo at left back because he can cut on his right side and lash one into the top bins. He can't do that on his weaker side, and we know he has a decent finish on him. Every time Jesus is offside, I fume. We will go for a striker this summer, I'm sure. Looking at Aguero's age and his injury problems, we have to be looking at a new striker. Unless Pep's going to keep going with the false 9, which I don't like. I want someone. Basically, you can still play a false 9, but I want a tall player. I mean, Haaland 6'4" would be awesome. He's not going to play the way we're currently playing, but look, the guy's 20, 21. He can adapt. Let him adapt. Let him adapt to the way we play football. Guys, I'm going to start winding down. We're on 32 minutes, and none of these hour-long post-match reviews. It's not, there's not a lot of talking points, I don't think, overall. Bottom line is we won the game. That's all that matters. Hopefully KDB is aware of his poor form and he's willing to be benched for good. No chance. KDB, he wants to be the main man. This thing, most teams defend deep against us, so that's why we didn't win the Premier League last season. But this season, they defend deep against us this season as well. But we've got an extra body in midfield. That makes a difference. That's Cancelo. And we're playing with a false 9 opens these teams up a bit more. City needs to give Haaland whatever he wants. How does the Chelsea source know that City won't get Haaland because we are scared of FFP? That's rubbish, Leotil. Jesus has improved his positioning. He rarely is offside. He always used to be offside. Yeah, Pharisee's got better. He's got better at that. His timing his runs a little bit better. He's not. Earlier in the season he was still offside a few times. Guys, before I finish, it'd be nice if you give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, it would be nice if you could subscribe. Let's have a quick look at the last few points. Chelsea fans think they will get Haaland, but hey, look, they're spending. Thing is, if Chelsea are willing to spend the money, they might get Haaland. They might get him. Guys, thanks ever so much for coming on. I'm going to go out and enjoy a bit of sunshine here in Paris and enjoy the nice weather. It should be up to about 10 or 11 degrees now. And it will, whilst the sun's out and there's not too much wind, be nice to go out and get a walk. Guys, look after yourselves. Thanks ever so much for coming on the stream. 20 in a row. And what that means is I've got to run 20 kilometers before Tuesday's game. That's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's not a lot of time. That's not a lot of time for me to run 20 kilometers. But I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. Take care, guys. Have a good day. And if you're allowed to go out and enjoy the sun, go out. Enjoy the sun. 20 in a row.